Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scion, which is another game that we play, like once every
Sometimes.
5 years, maybe. Um, so it's been a while, and it looks like, judging by this map, we just got done killing some cultists. So what I remember is that some cultists came to the house, um, just paying a visit, and we dealt with them in somewhat strange ways. But I think smoothed it all over with the local law enforcement. I think they went away feeling like everything was pretty okay here. Our home got invaded by some criminals, and we, you know, dealt with the criminals in a legally responsible way. Um,
Only
and
one
that's
died.
kind of what I remember from last time.
Yeah, they kicked in the door looking for Luke specifically. Um, Luke had made a chair fight
Yep.
for the group. One of the cultists summoned bees, which Bogey dealt with using some cooking spray. It was awesome. Um, and then one of the cultists tried to run away, but you all managed to get a hold of her. She was the bee lady. Managed to get a hold of her and find out that they were supposed to take Luke to a warehouse, and he did say where it was. And so we kind of left off there with where Luke was supposed to be taken, and yes, the police came and gave statements, and it was many hours, so it's probably like 10 at night now. But that is where we are picking up. Um, Several hours after being, grilled by the police, just to do all due diligence.
And cleaning up the house, of course.
Or yeah, cleaning up that little living room area. It's mostly contained to that. It's and a little bit of blood on the sidewalk there in the front.
It's the entryway. We can't just, it can't be a mess. It's first impression.
You need to bleach that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we already dealt with the cops, so.
Yep. We did do that. And we definitely didn't kill anyone in the street.
No, it was in the doorway.
Yep.
Yeah, that was an accident. It was a terrible accident.
It was an accident.
Oh, yeah,
It was
that's
terrible.
right. That was maybe not the intent.
They were crushed by some huge freaking chair.
Yeah, there was a chair involved.
The chair was involved. Yeah, as I recall, it was actually Bogey botching his jump over a chair and a bunch of bodies, and one person was just about to. They were very much on the verge, and then they were past the verge.
Yeah, he kind of just like stomped him into the ground.
A little bit of a curb stomping might have happened, but it was incidental and a tragic accident.
Yep.
Which the police agreed with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was the truth.
Because it was the truth.
Conveniently, yeah. So, and then they ended up taking away the cultist lady, the police, obviously. You did get a chance to interrogate her before they came, but then they came. So, what is it you all want to do?
Last I recall, it was Luke was still pretty shooken up. So has he calmed down it yet, or is he still kind of like processing everything?
A little less high strung than he was when we were like murdering people kind of in the street. It's
Nowhere near the street.
interpretation. But still definitely like weirded out that, you know, some cultists showed up to try to kidnap him and apparently take him to a warehouse. And also like some of the other stuff that went on here during the cultist fight was a little weird. So yeah, a little on edge still.
Bogey, you wouldn't happen to have any of that herbal tea that we had before that might be able to help just everybody kind of calm down right now, do you? Would you mind making a pot?
Are you asking for what I think you're asking for?
Only for Luke. I would like some of the regular.
So that's how we're starting this. All right.
I'll take some purple tea.
I'm gonna make it purple. Yeah.
I didn't know. I know that's how we've handled things in the past, but just trying to get some people to relax.
And open their minds to what's going on.
Yeah,
You know?
use the kettle in the upper right cabinet.
You have a lot of kettles up here. Which kettle in the upper right cabinet?
The third shelf. It's, you know,
I use the
towards the
copper
back.
one.
Yeah, towards the back. Yeah. So,
All right, I'm gonna use the copper kettle.
What is that, Dash? Is this like a got an interesting cooking situation there? Is that a giant kettle or?
No, it's one of those things that you pull up. It's got the hot interior. You slap the dough on the inside. I've seen them cook with this. You slap it on the inside. It heats up, then you pull it off, and it makes some really great bread.
I'm gonna go with that.
I was thinking instant pot, but that sounds better. All right, so Bogey makes some purple tea.
Yep. It's out his backpack of things.
So you just keep like tea supplies in your backpack at all times, or?
Yeah, I'll see how like granola. Do you have some snacks?
I don't really have much of an appetite right now.
I think
But,
we
like-
just eaten too, right? Or we were in the process
This
of
was a
eating.
few hours ago.
Yeah, we were eating.
Oh, okay.
The end of dinner had gotten interrupted.
Good.
That's important to have some things on you in case somebody asks you to make tea at a stranger's house or even a friend's house.
Does that happen to you a lot?
The thing that you gotta understand is like the things that have been happening to you up until this point of your life has been bringing you to this point in your life. So like in this spot where we are right here, like this is where we're supposed to be. So if you're supposed to be in a spot, then maybe you need to have some snacks or some tea with you.
So
And
just
just
like
wait till you have the tea.
so just like generally always have tea for when people show up. Because if they show up, they're supposed
or
to
if
be
you show
there.
up to people.
Oh, so if you show up somewhere you're supposed to be, or if anyone shows up where you are and they're supposed to be there, you gotta have tea.
Or snacks. Yeah.
That's a interesting philosophy.
You don't have to, but like you could. You know, like it's a choice.
That's what I was describing. Sorry.
No, you don't add anything to cold water though. Like you gotta wait for the water to boil. But I like that Dash has all these different kinds of metal. Like tonight we need a copper kettle and you had one, so we're gonna use that.
All right, I mean, I don't even know why that would be important, but sure.
So now that we've established T, we go into this warehouse.
Like right now, I think that'd be really dangerous.
Yeah, like I mean, they wanted to. So the people who are here to kidnap me wanted to take me there. So I don't think I want to go there voluntarily.
Right now.
At all, maybe ever, probably.
But if we don't go soon, I mean, they're gonna know that their buddies didn't return.
And
So they're either going to move, and we're going to lose our lead again, or they're going to send more people here and mess up my house even more.
Both those are true.
I don't mind going ahead and scouting towards the warehouse if you guys want to trail behind.
I can do some scouting as well on my own. I want
How well do you do inside of a car?
to, as long as it's the convertible, great.
Okay, well, you want me to drive and you ride shotgun?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll take Sylvia's convertible and head out ahead of you guys, and then you guys can just follow up.
Yeah, be in touch. You want to come, Dash?
Give you an hour or
I was thinking 30 minutes,
30 minutes?
because it's not going to take us that long to get there, but if we get there, we can figure it out, and if you need to push it, you can push it.
All right. We'll be there in 30 after some tea.
But if there are like a lot of cultists there who seem like they want to kill me or do other weird stuff, I'd appreciate a heads up before we go over there. I don't
We'll probably
really
need
wanna...
more tea at that point.
We'll let you know. We'll message back.
Great, yeah, because that doesn't seem like
We're
a
not
safe choice.
We're not gonna make it unsafe, but like avoiding it now is not gonna. If they're coming after you, then we better meet them on our terms, not theirs. Because meeting them tonight on their terms is not great. But like now we know that they want to hang out and like.
I mean, I think not meeting them all at all sounds better. Like if we could do that might be good.
I mean, we just met him though.
Yeah, but if we could not do that again, I think that would be the best.
Suf, I'd like to go ahead and cast my runes. So you all watch as Carter comes over and sits down at the table and begins to pull out these different size gemstones. And Bogey, you might notice that some of these are actually really familiar as being part of the shop down in Pueblo. And he starts pulling them out, and then the last thing he pulls out is a bullet that he just sets right in the middle and begins spinning it, and then I throw my runes. So I'm trying to see how dangerous the situation is that we're going into.
Okay.
Do you need me to shoot you over what it does?
No, I'm just reading it.
Okay.
All right, is this like a what is going on here? Are you also a cult? Like this is kind of weird, right?
Well,
Like,
that's
it's
what I was
just like-
trying. That's what I was trying to tell you about. Like, there's this confluence of energy and people that you've been moving through for probably like your whole life, as far as I can tell. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, everything that you've done has brought you to here right now. Like, you're part of this confluence of supernatural things now.
More specifically, though,
It's true.
we're all descendants of gods here.
But I'm not. I just want to like make sure that's clear that I'm not in any way like. I know my parents just like live across town.
One of them does.
No,
What about your grand-
they both do.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a parent, Bogey, from what I've been looking into. But that's beside the point.
That could be a
Like,
grandparent.
very far
Yeah.
beside the point. No, like I'm
Could be
telling
an
you,
uncle.
no, it's this
What if
thing.
it was like a great grandparent and that would be kind of weird. That's probably more ancient Egyptian. So that, maybe that's not the best example.
You could like skip a generation.
Yeah. But then the ancient Egyptians sort of merged their generations. Really weird stuff.
Hmm.
They must
So-
go there.
You may or may not have
But yeah, like probably.
a god as an ancestor, but
What were they after again? Did we
Oh.
know what they were after?
The thing in his chest.
stone is just.
We know about the stone in your chest, right?
Yes.
I haven't heard of what you've got there. That's not even common among people like us. So we do need to figure out what's going on there. I don't know if, I mean, maybe that's your birthright. Maybe you're, you know.
When did that get stuck in you? Were you born with it?
No, it
It
happened.
was like Iron Man.
No, it was an accident.
You described it to us, right? It was, you just got like
Yeah,
nailed in the
Story.
chest by it.
Yeah, I was at like
Some crazy chase scene or something.
I was at a protest and then like a scuffle broke out.
Mm.
And I guess it was over this thing or this thing had something to do with it and it came flying at me and hit me in the chest and embedded itself in there and I thought I was gonna die. I stumbled away into an alley and then I didn't die. And then
You woke up with superpowers.
weird stuff started happening.
And you don't find
If
that
you're being
strange
honest,
at all.
like really honest, weren't strange things happening before that happened?
No. Everything was pretty normal.
Pretty
It's
normal.
not anymore.
Yeah, like
You're not-
I went to school, I got a job, I worked my job, I tried to help people, I got involved in stuff when I could.
Well, that's all doing normal things, but like, wasn't there some things that you're sort of like ignorable, maybe, but like maybe not, like maybe like beyond explanation?
No, it was all pretty, like I had a pretty good handle on my life until this happened. Like it was all pretty average, nothing weird. I guess I tried to do the best I could, but
You don't think being the descendant of a god may have had some play in the fact that you survived a thing being embedded in your chest?
no, I think this thing had something to do with it.
Well,
But you don't. What's your explanation for surviving a thing being embedded in your chest? Because that's not really a normal thing.
Well,
Chandler,
this
sorry.
isn't really a normal thing.
Chandler, what's
You don't practice Santeria?
No.
Carter?
Okay, well then.
Does he have a scent?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh.
Do we how far do we understand that? Have we figured that out pretty
Oh,
well?
I don't know. I just.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah, we had the 3-year time gap let us got proficient with our
Yeah.
skills.
So I mean, a particular family, is it?
I mean, from what I can tell, it's similar in line with Bogey.
And
Oh, you-
and the more time that you spent, you do recognize, and I think you recognized in the beginning, that scent is there, but it's not the same.
Mhm.
You've been around plenty of theory and there's a common scent among them. And with Luke, it's just a little bit different. So
Yeah, it's not
yeah, it is definitely the same kind of scent, the same kind of sound as what you get with bogey. Something about it is off, almost like it's muted. Scent is muted, the sound is muted, but it's still there.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It seems a lot like when I first met Quinn, right?
No, Quinn was straightforward.
Straightforward. Okay.
Yeah, Quinn.
I couldn't remember. Sorry.
I mean, it was just still new to you, but
Yeah.
reflecting back, no, even Quinn had, whatever smell and sound is appropriate for the pantheon he came from.
Um.
I totally remember.
Well. Sylvia, let me go get the car. I'll be back. Just be outside in 10, and we'll go.
okay. Toss you the keys.
So Carter, did you share that it is different with Luke?
Mm.
Okay.
I just said that it's in the same family.
Okay.
Meaning, like, it's a similar smell, but not full. Like,
Okay.
that's all I say. It's in the same family.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so you guys might be related, you know? That'd be weird. You guys might be like cousins or something.
I don't.
I'm not sure how
So-
I'm not sure how family trees work like that.
Well, no, I mean, it's the pantheons aren't all related, right? But like there are relationships there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not related.
Well,
That you know of.
we're all kind of related, right? Like, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but you don't know that.
Like in the sense that if you believe we're all descended from Adam and Eve,
Well, yeah, I was going there for some.
all
Like,
humans
no,
are part of the big human family. Sure, okay.
but I'm saying like 3 to 5 generations, right? Like you might be there.
I don't think it's that many.
More closely related than
Yeah, it's probably not even that many. Like second cousins or
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think so. Like I know most of my family. Like I know of my extended family.
you know of the extended family that you know of, but like what about the extended family that you might not know of?
Yeah, like I don't. There's not any of them. Like I know my
That
family
you know
pretty
of.
well. We've had like reunions and stuff. You know, like one of my uncles is really into genealogy.
do you know all 8 of your great grandparents?
I mean, he has it in like the family tree that he's got. He's got like a whole big book about all this stuff.
And it includes
So-
whether or not they're gods.
I mean, they're. It doesn't because they're not. Like it doesn't have that in there because they're people.
I mean, they don't always use their regular names.
This is true.
Okay, like I don't.
Most people can't name their 8 great grandparents. Just saying that.
Yeah, I mean, who are like I know a couple of them off the top of my head. So there's like George and Helen on my mom's side. Yeah, I don't know. There's some other ones. I don't know the other half as well. What else? I don't know.
But
But anyway,
gods.
no, like, I mean, I get that there's something up with you all and the gods and me and these gods because like I said, I started having really weird dreams after this happened, and they seem pretty real. But like, I didn't have any of those dreams before this happened. Like all the weird stuff has happened. That's happened
Since
to me
you-
has happened since this thing got in here.
That seems important.
I mean, we're not taking it out. Seems like it's
Yeah, bad stuff happens when
seems like
you
you're
try
kind
to
of.
take it out.
Oh, have you tried?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to take it out.
What happened?
It protects itself.
Cool.
I I mean, I guess.
How does it protect itself?
I don't know. It feels like it. I don't know, like makes itself stronger.
Really?
Yeah.
What is like stronger? Like it tries to get back in you. Like it.
No, like it feels like it's. I don't know. It feels like it thinks it's in danger, and so then it makes itself stronger so that it can't be harmed or removed. It's really weird.
That makes sense.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know that it's that cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's objectively kind of cool. Yeah. So you got a rock in your chest now. What's you
Yeah.
gonna do next?
I'm trying not to get kidnapped by a cult, I guess. Is my immediate next step.
We don't want to. You don't want to get surprised by them again.
Yeah,
No.
you don't want to ignore them, right?
I
They'll
would
just
like
go away.
to steer clear
Ignore
of them as much as possible.
Well, but you don't make cults go away by ignoring them.
It's true. You can't just ignore a cult and hope
It's
it
like
goes
a-
away.
Disease, like most diseases, yeah, I guess the immune system fights, but there's no immune system for this. Like you gotta take action.
I mean, can't we just have like the cops surround their compound and like like arrest them, do something about them? Like isn't that
So you
what
want
isn't that the
to call the cops and tell them that they're trying to steal the rock out of your chest and that your god children friends are gonna fight them if the cops don't deal with it.
No, maybe more like, hey, there's more of the people who came to this house and tried to break in and harm us at this place. You should go check it out. And then they wander and they go, oh, it's a violent cult. Let's deal with them.
Unless, like, some of them are cultists, or the cultists have an in with them.
Or the cultists have power and kill all the cops.
And then, but then there's a bunch of dead cops. But like, I'm worried that, like, if you try to push against the confluence, then it's like standing in the river and telling it to go the other way. Like you can't do that. I mean, you can't. You could do that, but it won't work. You can't just push a river out of the way. Can you push a river out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, you can.
But can you?
I mean, not right here, right now, but like it's a thing
We're not.
people do a lot. Like humans do it a lot.
Push rivers out of the way?
Yeah.
I don't think you understand what he's saying.
No,
like-
I mean literally pushing a river out of the way, not just like building a dam or something.
Well, I could build a dam pretty quick though,
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
Do you all like watch a lot of movies? It seems like you might
Yes.
watch a lot of movies.
That's
Yeah.
what we should do.
I thought
That's
so.
what we should
I had a
do.
feeling.
We should watch a movie. I'm trying to think.
Bogey hands around some cups of tea.
What's a
Phil,
movie
you
with
wanted a cup of
Scion
tea?
in it?
Hmm?
What's a did they do a movie for Percy Jackson?
Yeah.
The TV show.
Yeah.
TV show is pretty
Percy
good.
Jackson. Have you seen Percy Jackson?
No.
Oh, we got to watch this. Bogey, where's your TV? Or not Bogey, we're on Tetris. Dash, where's your TV?
I thought we were going to the
Yeah, are we going to the
Warehouse.
warehouse?
Oh, I'm leaving, but you guys should start Percy Jackson. It's a classic. It's great. You can start that, and then we'll call, and then maybe we'll pause it and you can finish it later. But you need to watch Percy Jackson, and then I'll name off like all the other movies that involve like gods and so on. The whole education, just like those, kind of. Hollywood.
Right.
So we got Percy Jackson, American Gods, Good Omens.
Oh yes, yep, that's a good one. Yeah. All those.
Gods of Egypt.
God, yep.
Do you think that stuff is real?
Clash of the Titans.
That's
Wrath of the Titans.
Here. Oh yeah, it's real. Like a lot of it. Again, Hollywood, they changed some stuff, but
Yeah, but you know that's all.
The
like-
Moon Knight series.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that all.
Yeah.
You know, like Percy Jackson is based on some novels, fiction,
Which are based
works
on-
of fiction.
no, they're based on reality though. Yeah, they're historical fiction.
That's not what fiction is.
That's what historical fiction is. It's a genre
But
of
those aren't
fiction.
historical fiction. Those are not in that genre. Like, have you ever? Okay, there are
Wait,
people who
I
write
have a
historical
question.
fiction. There's even people who make movies of it. Like, have you heard of this guy Ken Burns? He does these documentaries.
No, I've never
What
heard
if
of that.
we asked the
That's sort of like
guy that accidentally killed like, about the warehouse?
that's actual history. And then there's
That's
like that's
actually more
history.
fiction than the historical fiction I was talking about.
Not sure that that's.
Would you guys be cool if we talked to the guy that I accidentally killed? Because I've been feeling really bad about it, and you might
Wait,
know
what?
some things about the warehouse.
Did you say talk to the dead guy?
Well, not to the dead guy, but like to him. Yeah, to his spirit.
Oh, you're gonna have like a seance. Oh, okay.
Shoot,
No.
I'm supposed to go.
Conversation.
I want to stick around for this. All right. Well, pay close attention. I want to hear all about this. I gotta go. I'll head out with Chandler. With Carter.
I love it. All right, so because it'll take you to about 20 minutes to get there, so let's have a séance, I guess. So, Mike, what are you trying to use?
I'm gonna use my death purview.
Mm-hmm.
And is this a boon or a marvel?
Well, so is there already a boon?
Unquiet dead.
Okay.
It's not their grave, but it's their place where they died.
Just reading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so because it seems like Unquiet Dead requires the body, either it's right there or you're at their gravesite. So the place where their memory is concentrated. So Unquiet Dead is imbue a point of legend. I think you could probably make it a marvel by essentially doing Unquiet Dead without the corpse necessary. So you'd be spending the point of legend instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted it.
And then you just summon the ghost.
Yeah. So Bogey holds on to his keys around his neck. And thinks about it a little bit.
I was just checking something. So yeah, and doing that, and then you used Unquiet Dead before, and that usually just kind of comes from you, but you're pulling upon a death purview to enact a marvel, and so the four of you hear, no, three of you men. The three of you hear the moans of the sick and dying, kind of from nowhere in particular, but around you, as Bogey concentrates on this and summons forth the spirit, and doesn't look like anything in particular. It doesn't look like the man. It's not like a ghost like you're used to from the movies, but rather a shadowy figure that is just kind of floating in the middle of the room, and then the moans and the desperation quiets, and that spirit just hangs in the middle of the room.
Take a picture.
Yeah, so you go to take a picture with your phone.
Yeah.
Doesn't show up. Weird. Like you can see it,
Uh,
but it does not show up on your phone. You just took a picture of your wall, as if the shadowy figure were not there. All right, you have unquieted the dead.
All right. I have a soothing presence.
True.
So that'll decrease his attitude by 1. Um, and so sorry about what happened over there. I know that's like it's not a big enough thing, but like I didn't mean to hurt you. Certainly didn't mean for this to happen. So I'm sorry, Shazi.
You did what? I don't know you. And you know from Unquiet Dead, like he doesn't remember the last 5 minutes of his life. So,
Oh, right.
and it was definitely less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
right.
I'm just sorry, but I'm worried about my friend Luke here, because like he just came into our lives, and it seemed like you and some others really wanted to take this crystal out of his chest.
Yeah.
But like, why?
Well, I mean, we were just supposed to bring him to the warehouse. And then Cynthia was going to handle it from there. Like,
So how many jobs?
She had a way to extract the stone.
But that would kill him, right?
I mean, she made it sound like it wouldn't.
But like when you're thinking about it, like how's he gonna survive that?
I don't know. I apparently, am I dead?
Yeah, man. Like that's what I was saying sorry about. Like you didn't make it through the mission.
Oh,
I mean, you did kick in my door. It's kind of a jerk thing to do.
So like how many jobs did you do before they were like, now you can steal a person?
I don't know. I didn't exactly keep count. Just and it did what needed to be done.
I guess Was it worth it?
I don't know. At the time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to some guys and they seemed like pretty good guys, but they're stealing stuff for Cynthia and like was it worth it for them? Like they're still okay. So I really like them to stay okay, you know? Like I don't want to talk to them as a spirit. I just want to talk to them as like people. But
What happens to me now?
I'll make sure that you're delivered gracefully to the underworld, but
Like hell?
no, man, like just the realm of the dead.
Hey, there's no facial features or anything. It's just a floating shadow, but you just don't hear anything in response.
It's just this realm of the dead, and you can be there, and you won't have things to worry about there the way that you have things to worry about here, because it's a different sort of place. But no, it's not like hell.
Okay.
It's in the earth, but it's not like fire and things.
Okay.
Your your soul will be weighed against your deeds.
Oh,
And then, but like, what should we know about this warehouse? Because we don't want to hurt anybody that doesn't that we can avoid. You know, we want everybody to be safe, but like, we need to make sure that Luke stays safe, so we can't have people come and try to steal him every so often, because that's not cool.
um, that, that was a lot of the warehouse. I mean, I don't know it. Where we drop stuff off? But what do you want to know about it?
Like, is there like a army of people there with a bunch of guns? Are there wizards there that are gonna cast magic at us?
Wizard?
Is there monsters? Is there magical things? There normal things? Is it just an empty warehouse? Like, are there a lot of boxes? I don't know, like just some things, like things about the warehouse.
Yeah, it's got boxes. No wizards. I've never seen a monster. We collect relics. What I've been told they're called, um, which is why we were trying to get the thing from his chest.
But like he's using that.
Yeah, but Cynthia said she could remove it.
She's a real nice lady. I can see how she'd be pretty convincing.
She's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was going to hurt him. She was going to remove it.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's like a way to remove the crystal there. So like that's something to watch out for. You know, like that's definitely a thing. Anything else? Like, are there a lot of people there?
I think people coming. I don't know if it's a lot of people. And sometimes like 5 to 10, maybe.
All right. 5 to 10 people. Yeah.
It's a warehouse, so like it's like a regular warehouse. It's got plenty of boxes and everything.
Is there like a parking lot?
Yeah.
There's people parked at the parking lot. Like if you pulled up, then they'd be like, "Well, why does this person pulled up at the parking lot?"
Um, I guess.
All right. Like, that's cool. All right.
So what happens now?
Um, pull out a couple of coins and offer those up to the spirit.
It doesn't move.
Um, I'm gonna try my flatlander, but sort of push the coins into the essence of the spirit.
What's your Flatlander do again?
Sends them to the river Styx.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to send the coins to the river Styx, or you're trying to send the spirit?
Yes, both.
Both. It, it doesn't seem to affect the spirit, but your hand is suddenly empty.
All right. He said,
And then the coins reappear
right, a moment later.
a moment later.
Like, that's the limit. Said, I don't know, like you can hang out with us if you want, or but like eventually you're gonna have to move on. But like you can hang out with us for now if you don't want to.
I mean, I think I'm supposed to like move on now.
You've been doing stuff you're supposed to have been doing for your whole life, and now you're dead, and you're just gonna keep doing the stuff that you think you're supposed to be doing. So that's all right. But like, if there's ever a time to have a choice,
Well, I feel like I'm supposed to go.
all right. Well, I'm sorry that it ended like this, but good luck in your transition to the other side, and I hope that the underworld finds you well.
Okay. And the shadow dissipates.
All right.
We'll come.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
So,
all right. What
so
the hell?
were we able to hear that?
Sorry, you everybody in the room was able to hear the interaction. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. So first of all, what the hell was that you were doing? That is really weird and kind of creepy.
Well, I felt really bad about.
Yeah,
Like I stepped on the chair that killed him.
And you were like talking to its ghost.
I was talking to him in the most honest way that he is.
Okay.
If you want to call that a ghost, then sure.
All right. That's really weird that you can do that.
I mean,
Second.
you have a thing in
I
your
know.
chest.
There's a lot of weird stuff.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Also, you're talking about this Cynthia who apparently runs the cult that's trying to kidnap me, and it sounds like you kind of know her pretty well, sort of. So that, like, what's going on there?
So
He's been our mole. He's been undercover.
yeah, I've been working undercover for a while now, like working with this cult.
So you're like
so you
in
figure
the,
out, like,
so you're like in the cult,
I am not in the cult, but like
trying to get in the cult.
no, like they think that. I bet that I do jobs like this guy would have, but like I don't steal people.
You just steal stuff, things for the cult, then?
I've helped steal a couple of things, but I
That
had
doesn't
to.
sound so. You had to.
It wasn't. It wasn't good, but like we needed to get information on Lucky, and the only way to do that was to get into Lucky. So I did.
We also wouldn't have found you without him doing that, which means they would have came and kidnapped you, and you'd probably be, thing extracted from your chest
Which
painfully.
might actually be just fine. Like maybe maybe we should just go do that. Like if they have a way to do that and just get it out of there, like
All right,
maybe
great.
that might be
Well,
good.
we got like a couple more minutes before we need to leave for the warehouse anyway, so we'll head on over there and
So I had an idea. So like, what if we went there with a food truck and we put some sedatives in the food, and then they came out and they ate the food and then they fell asleep, and then we could just like have Cynthia without like everybody else around her.
I mean,
Do you
I
have-
don't know that you
you
need to
have
do that.
enough
Like if she
blank-
just wants this, fine, great, have it.
Well, I don't think that she can take it without killing you, though. Like, do you want to have?
Well,
And
maybe
then it's like, then you're dead. Then we're having this conversation with you, and then you're like, "Oh, I really wish I hadn't had that stone pulled out of my chest." And we're like, "Yeah, I know. Like that was such a drag, man." But then you're already dead.
but maybe we'll just like ask that part first. Like, is this gonna? Yeah, like it sounds like she knows more about this than any of you do. No offense.
well, what if she says, "Yeah, it's gonna kill you,"
Then I'll say, okay, please don't do that.
and then, you know, and I point to the mess that's made in the front of the house, and then we have this situation again.
Right.
I mean, if you all want to like murder all the cultists, I can't really
No,
stop you. I
I
don't
mean-
think.
I don't want to kill anybody.
No, but I'm saying if we go there and we say, "Hey, pull this thing out of my chest," and she says, "Yeah, but it'll kill you," and then we say we decline, then it's probably going to lead to murder.
Right. It'll already be too late to say no without like significant consequences. I think that there's a way to diffuse this without like her killing you or us like killing a bunch of cultists or like anybody getting killed.
Well, maybe one. We might have to cut the head off the snake. And as I say that, like I sort of adjust my belt a little bit, and then you hear Desh whisper, "Sorry," and then you know, bad choice of terms. But Cynthia's not a good person.
I mean, yeah, I know, but like, it's just hard.
I think, and also like I don't know. I mean, I don't really know for sure, but I think if she tries to take this thing out in a way that would harm it or me, like it's probably not going to let her do it. Based on past experience.
So you're suggesting we just go up, knock on the door, and walk in?
I mean, you wanted to like go to him on our terms, right?
Yeah. I think that if he's just coming in here and he has an idea in his head, that we should probably do it because, like, otherwise he wouldn't be here and he wouldn't have that idea.
Well, before we let's go ahead and start heading over, and maybe we can see what Carter and Sylvia found out about this place.
And so we'll transition. So about 20 minutes go by. You arrive in the area. Sylvia, I assume you're kind of like viewing as you go. And yeah, as you get there, pretty normal. Like it's a warehouse. There is a parking lot with cars in it. Just got to park somewhere. But like you don't see either Chandler as you're driving with Swift going or Silver from above. Like, you don't see like armed guards or anything anywhere. Like it's not like a military compound.
Mhm.
It looks like there's a series a set of them, but like it just looks like a building. Has doors, windows. It's rather large. So yeah, from the outside, you're not seeing anything right away that shouts heavily armed and protected. What would you like to do in your time before the others come?
So I'm just gonna just casually just drive by, go down a block, go over a block, come back if I can on the other side because I'm not sure what the where the warehouse is, but just kind of like do like a huge like circle around it, and then park about probably like a good 2 blocks away from the direction that we came, and just put up the convertible top, and just kind of lean the seat back while Swift is still going.
You made it, Drew.
Yeah.
So when you go to like put the top up, she's like, "Whoa, what you doing?"
Just gonna rest for a bit. I just figured that, you probably don't want to just be out in the sun.
Look, it's like 10:30 at night.
I know. That's
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can't see anything if the top's up. I mean, you think we're too conspicuous here?
I look around, and considering there's not another convertible near us, I think we're pretty conspicuous.
I mean, I guess I could set up somewhere, and then if you want to, like, we don't have to stay together. I can find a spot to, keep an eye on things.
Yeah, I mean, I just also kind of did that because I knew it would bring you out of your little trance and just kind of bring you back into thinking. So I don't know. We can just stay right here and just, because we got a good line of sight. Hopefully the guys will see us as they pull up.
I'm just trying to keep an eye on who's coming in and out of the building.
Okay. So I just slowly pull down the top, and look over at her and I go, maybe you want to consider a Jeep.
I mean, those aren't cute at all.
Yeah, but you can get the awesome back that says, Jeeps are for girls, different things like that. You don't have to worry about going off road as much. You can just drive up to the construction site as you're building things. I mean, it just works out, doesn't it?
I mean, I like the Cooper. It's doing pretty well. The Mini.
Fair enough. So top comes back down. So what do you think? What did you see?
Yeah. What did I see? Did I see anybody going in or out of?
No. I mean, it's 10:30 at night, so you wouldn't expect anybody necessarily in or out. And watching, you're not seeing any traffic going in or out. No foot traffic. No cars pulling into the parking lot. So I mean, obviously, it's just been a few minutes here, but in that like 5-minute window, no, you haven't seen anybody in or out, or even just standing outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, could happen. Who knows?
I don't see anything. I kind of figured you might get up closer and go peek in the windows or something. I thought I'd stand back and watch the perimeter while you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, like I said, we hadn't really talked about it. We just kind of hopped in the car, and you kind of seemed like you were distracted because you wanted to be back there for, I guess, the seance or whatever was happening. So,
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome.
I'm sure it'll happen again.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, well then, just hang out here in the Cooper, and I'll be right back. So, I just kind of start walking on the same side of the street, and then once I get down a block, I cut over so that I can be on the opposite side and just kind of meander.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
obviously no one's out, so I'm just kind of like just walking with my head down, just trying to be as distracted, pull out my phone a couple times, just
look as normal as possible.
Yeah, within reason.
Within reason. So yeah, you're heading down, and you both see at about the same time as you're walking up, and Sylvia, as you're looking from above, a side door opens, and someone steps out and immediately starts to light a cigarette and starts to smoke. Like nothing crazy, just like out of the warehouse.
Okay.
When he steps out. Yep. A gentleman. Potentially, it at least seems male. Whether or not he's a gentleman, you haven't talked to him, who knows?
Gotcha. So,
He probably can't be that much of a gentleman.
so I guess I'm across the street from him now. So has he seen me? Can I tell if he's like kind of noticed me, or is he kind of distracted in thought?
Yeah, and he looks out and you can tell his face looked your way, like down that side of the street. So you would assume he probably saw somebody walking.
Right.
But he's, as you kind of glance, like, so doesn't like he's watching you. He goes back to lighting a cigarette, leans up against the wall, and is just taking a smoke.
Then I'll just pull up my phone, text Sylvia, and just be like, guy stepped out for a cigarette. So if you want to
bing, Sylvia. So I know you can't see it.
What's that?
You hear a bing. I
Oh.
assume you have your phone on, like your noise on, so you could come out of the trance and see.
Yeah, I'll come out for a second, see that. I'll try and call him.
Yep. Unless you're gonna reject her call.
I don't answer it. I just let it ring. I just kind of look disgruntled at it for a second and just kind of shake my head and just keep walking. And then I get up to like a little bit further and sit down so that I can pull out the phone and just, kind of look like I'm frustrated, and then look across the street and just kind of shake my head, and then finally pick it up and go, yes.
Hey, so yeah, I can't watch real well and text. So,
Well, then what good are you?
what do you have like? Jeez, snippy.
Just relax. It's okay. It's only an act in a movie. You're not going to be in any trouble. I'm not mad at you if you don't get the. Just understand it's a rough time, and I'm just kind of saying this loud enough that like if the guy's across the street, he's able to hear me.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Do you? Yeah. You got you got your AirPods or anything like that?
I don't have Apple.
Well, whatever the Google AirPods.
See, this is why we need to work on our communication, okay? I mean, I told you I was going for a walk. It's not like I'm going for a smoke or anything. It's okay.
Yeah, I see that guy too.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. So just give me like 5 minutes and I'll start making my way back. I just got to get my air out a little bit.
All right. Call if you can. Text if you have to.
Fair enough. All right. I'll see you soon. So I just get up and I just pick up like a rock on the side of the street and I just huck it at the building, not at the warehouse, but at the building next to the warehouse. Just throw it across the street in frustration.
And then the guy will look over and his face is shadowed where he is, but
Yeah.
you could assume like, what's going on? What the hell is that guy?
Just wave my hand and just say sorry, sorry, and just start just walking back in the same direction towards the car.
Yeah.
So on the way back there, I noticed that there's like any other side entrance, like on the other side of the building or anything like that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's from the perimeter that you did and then the walk here, it seems like there's 3 doors, one on the street side that you were just on, and then a couple of side doors.
Okay.
On opposite sides. No back door.
Then when I get up to the
Right. Correction. And a loading dock on the side guy was smoking on.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, so then when I get up to the corner, I cut across towards the warehouse, but just start walking down, heading towards the opposite side of the building.
Okay.
Yeah, just away from that guy, and just as I get to that side of the street, depending on how far away we are, I'll just once again just throw up my hand and say, "Anger issues, F it all," and just keep walking.
Yep. He's thoroughly confused, but yeah.
Perfect. So once I get down to the other side, I'm just going to start trying to subtly make my way over and just use as much of the shadow as possible, and just try to get to that side door and looking for any cameras or anything that are on the side.
I was gonna say, I mean, you would notice that there are cameras, and actually, you would have noticed above the guy's head there is a camera pointing towards the door, and the camera on this side is also pointing towards the door. So you don't see any cameras pointing out;
Mhm.
they're pointing just towards, the door. I said it too many times. We also don't see a lot of windows. I mean, it's mostly brick, and then second story there are some windows, and so it doesn't seem like there's a lot of places to just go look in. Of course, like you don't want people to stop browsing. So that is what you see as you take a look and approach.
Okay. Then I think so. I think what I'm going to do is start looking around to see if there is any sort of way to get up on top of the building next to the warehouse, and just, like a fire escape or anything like that.
Picturing what this all looks like. Yeah, I think there is. I mean, it's a little far away. I don't know if you have like your scope or something on you to be able to look through, but
Mhm.
it's probably a little far and it's dark to necessarily see. And I mean, there are lights on in the warehouse. You can tell that from the windows that are on the second floor.
Okay. Gotcha. So there's nothing like right there on that building next to me. So okay.
Yeah, they're not right. So there's probably a good 30, 40 feet between the buildings.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, if I can get up there and see anything, I would go for it. But if not, then I would just, once I got to the side, just start walking back on the opposite side, or just start walking back towards the car, making that wide loop. So, and then getting back to the car and just sitting next to Sylvia.
Yeah.
Saw your text. You think Cynthia's there?
That wasn't my text.
So
Oh.
the buildings.
Interesting. I didn't. Oh, man, I read it so quickly. I didn't realize that wasn't from you. How the hell is that? Oh, he talked to the guy.
So wait, he was real about that. Like, that's not just some. I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, his dad's like Hades, right?
Supposedly, I guess so.
Or not his dad. What does he call him? His.
Patriarchal figure.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I've been writing down the terms to try to keep things straight. So, but I don't have my notebook on me.
New guy's really struggling with the idea.
Well, didn't we all?
Yeah. But
I mean,
nobody was laying it out so clear as we were.
Yeah, but nobody was trying to kill us either.
Yeah, he's got a rough start, I guess.
Well, it's probably better than some of the others I've met, but
Well, yeah, some of them. Yeah.
I met a guy when I was over in Europe. Egyptian fella. He had the roughest one I've ever seen.
Anyway, so yeah, you confirm what Bogey said?
I didn't see anything. There was just a guy outside smoking. Sorry about that. I had to act like you were my girlfriend that I was angry at.
All right, it's fine. So you don't have a Google AirPods?
I don't typically wear. No, if I needed that stuff, I have something else.
If we did, yeah, you have something because we could be like, like in those movies where like I got you in my ear and you're in your ear, we can kind of like whisper to each other.
Yeah, I've got those, but I don't typically wear those when I'm in the field.
I thought that was what those for. Like when you're doing recon, you're like, I see how he's walking around. Guy coming out. I could have warned you. I could have told you. I mean, you saw it at the same time, but if he was on the other side, I could have told you.
Fair enough. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting. Sorry. I guess. Yeah. No, I was just expecting to come up and scout around. I wasn't expecting to get close or do anything like that.
Like, yeah. I mean, I could be like your eyes in the sky, right?
I'd be down for that.
Literally.
Okay. Well, when we get back, I'll get it. But I mean,
Be right back. Sorry.
no, it's like, I mean, all I've got are just these buds, and you see that he pulls out one bud and puts it in his ear, and then puts this weird like neck strap around.
Oh, that's super high tech spy gear. You got any more of those?
Not with me, but yes.
Sweet.
And it's not really spy gear; it's just a throat mic.
That sounds like spy gear.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then, before they get here, you better start coming up with your name.
What do you mean?
Well, there's 007, 006, Q, M.
Oh, code names. Yeah.
Well, whatever you want to call yourself, go for it. The first one I got when I got into the Rangers was not fun. They called me Sparkles.
Sparkles. That's a great one. I might take
No.
that.
Okay, you can have it. It's up in the air now. And then I'm just going to text you guys, since you all are on the way and Suf is away, that we're just kind of parked on the side, just kind of looking and just talking in the car.
Are we taking Bogey's van?
Yeah.
What does Luke drive? That's my question. What electric Vespa does he ride around on?
I don't know. What does? I don't know if he. I guess he probably.
Does Luke have a longboard?
He's got an electric
He
longboard.
may have a longboard. He probably
It
drives.
seems like Luke might have a longboard.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Or a one wheel.
No, not one of those.
Too dangerous.
What does he drive?
He doesn't. I don't think he hates himself enough to have one of those.
Yeah, I don't know what he drives. I mean, probably something boring.
98 Corolla.
Yeah, something like that. But like the back of it's covered with stickers, like the whole the trunk, the bumper, everything. Stickers all
So
over it.
some of them are real, but then you have one that just says "Nuke the whales." Anybody with the reference? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't on that one.
What is it, Mike? You got this.
Simpsons from the Stone Age.
Yep. When Lisa goes over to Nelson's house, and he goes, "Well, you got to nuke something."
I'm gonna grab some food. I'm starving.
Johnny, I know you got the game on. What's the score?
Oh, it's a blowout.
Blowout. The Celtics have taken it to them since early.
Porzingis just dominated early.
They're up 21 with 2.5 to go.
Yeah, there's like basketball going on, isn't there?
To be fair, I didn't think Porzingis was going to make it back. I wasn't sure how bad. I thought his injury was way worse.
He looked tired but good.
Oh, this is the finals.
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy, yeah. Come on, Luca. What are you doing? That's the only thing I know. I know that Luca plays for the Mavericks.
There we go.
You think the Mavericks are going to put up a fight in this series? Or you think it's going to be every night, Johnny?
I actually think the Mavericks are going to win the series.
Yeah. I assume they'll be more competitive than tonight. I don't know about winning, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to be completely wrong, but I just,
Yeah, I had either a gentleman's sweep by the Celtics or Mavs in 6. Those were the two thoughts that I had.
yeah, I think that. I mean, I do think Luka is the best player on the court, but the Celtics do have a better overall team. So, but sometimes, especially in the NBA, it takes you find one or two hot players, and that's all you need.
a couple good guards can, take it.
Yeah. I mean, Luka has 30 tonight, but I mean the rest of the team only has 52. So, it's kind of that philosophy of we'll just let him get his, and we'll shut down everybody else.
I wonder who they had on Kyrie most of the game.
They had White, Derek
Oh,
White.
they had Derek White. That's smart. Okay.
For a good bit, yeah. At least the parts that I was eyeballing, he was kind of shadowing him a lot. So. I mean, the Mavericks cut it to like maybe 10
Mm-hmm.
in the third quarter, but that's about as close as it's been. So it's really been. I think it's been sort of academic since the second quarter. And Oklahoma's about to win their 4th straight softball title.
We were watching some of that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. We've been trying to catch some of that here and there just so Charlotte can see, like, hey, check out these NCAA softball players.
Yeah, the coach has 4 titles in a row, and so we're here 8th one. That's pretty impressive.
That's freaking UCLA territory right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 in a row. It's crazy.
Perfect. Good timing, Suf and Michael.
Yep. Sorry.
Yay.
So during the downtime that we're just kind of sitting there, I explained to Sylvia that, like, if she ever calls like that and I'm out, like, especially like in that sort of situation, I am just going to come up with whatever makes the most sense. And so she's just got to try to read between the lines.
It seemed like she did.
Yeah.
Cool. Do the two of you let the 3 of them know, like, where you are?
Oh yeah, I told him while you were gone. I texted him and told him that we were just parked on the side and just hanging out. So
Cool. All right. So a little bit later, the remaining 3 of you arrive with whatever conversation might have happened about seances and stuff on the way. But it's probably like 11 o'clock, and you all get back together in this parking lot.
All right. So
Do we know? So do we know what y'all saw as far as the warehouse goes? Did y'all let us know?
Yeah, I would have been texting you what we saw, which was basically cameras pointing out from the doors, lights on inside, but not a lot of movement in or out, just a guy coming out for a smoke.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Sylvia, were you continuing to watch after?
yeah. I mean, I pretty much stay.
Yeah. By the time before your conversation's even done, that guy's not there anymore. You gotta look around. You're like, oh, okay. He probably went back inside. And in the time waiting, you don't see anybody else go in or out.
Yep.
Well, that's the place.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. What's the plan? We going in? Did you guys share your plan with us?
Did we have a plan?
He was just walk in and ask. Stone out of his chest.
I mean, I'll be like, Luke just wants to go ask. Can they remove it without killing him?
I've heard of stupider plans.
I think we've probably engaged in stupider plans.
I don't know.
What if I go ask for him?
That's a pretty stupid plan.
Well, I mean, since you all know this, like, cult leader lady, and she just wants this, like, if she can just take it and have it, fine, sure, great.
So if I go and ask her as my cult identity, then like she's like, yeah, he'll be fine. We just need to get the stone out of him. Then you want the stone out of you?
Sure, that'd be great.
So Luke, like, what you? Why do you want the stone out?
Well, then I would stop having all these weird dreams. All this weird shit would stop happening to me, and I could just like go back to my normal life and not have this anymore, and that would be great.
Yeah, there's no going back though, right?
Yeah, it's not really going back once you've been exposed. Also, like, it's not all bad shit. You're right. It's some weird, but like, is it just about the dreams? Like, are they that bad?
I mean, they're very weird, and I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing things that, like, I didn't think existed or should exist, and I don't really want to know about that much. So if I could just go back to having like normal, non-disturbing dreams,
Like a minotaur.
I haven't dreamt about a minotaur. No, it's mostly like.
Did you get that far in the movie?
Wait, no, man. Like, what have you dreamed about? Tell us about your dreams.
We didn't watch the movie because he was busy talking to like a dead, like a spirit, a ghost. I don't know.
You talked for that long? Oh, I'm so pissed I missed that.
It really wasn't all that exciting.
No,
It's just a guy.
It was weird though.
That's why I wanted to be there, is because like
Weirder than seeing a chair tap dance on somebody's chest.
Maybe.
That was my favorite.
Okay, fair enough.
Remind me, what did Luke do in the fight? Or did he make the chair do that?
Nothing.
He brought the chair.
I mean, he was clearly concentrating, and nobody else was affecting the chair. So you know that he was affecting the chair.
Yeah, that was so cool. So like, you really want to not be able to animate objects or whatever that was.
Yeah, that would be great. If I
Oh,
could just
wait.
not have to think about that anymore or do that ever again, and just like do my job and the stuff I'm interested in, and just like have a normal life.
No,
Yeah, that would
no,
be
no.
great.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think I'd like that a lot.
Yeah, but to be normal is to deny yourself. Bogey, do you want to go ask?
Just
Yeah, go ask.
you're
Alright.
asking for ignorance and
I got to put on my disguise first, but yeah.
all the wrong things, man.
So Bogey, one thing you do recognize: this is not the same warehouse where you've dropped stuff off.
Okay.
So you think you being you probably could do this thing and like manage it, and people will be kind of confused. You also recognize there's a chance that your cover will then be blown.
Right.
Because there's no reason for that bogey to be at this warehouse.
Right.
So I mean, it's something you can do. Just recognizing there's a chance that will no longer be an avenue for
Right. What if,
whatever personality you get.
Is it possible his cover's already blown? What remind me how, like, wasn't he supposed to retrieve the crystal first?
It had come up. I'd have to rewatch that episode.
I don't think Bogey was ever tasked with like getting a crystal. I thought he was tasked with getting other things that he kind of like
I thought that was
participated in.
Bogey's thing was like, yeah, take the shard out of this dude's chest, and Bogey was like, I don't think I'm gonna do that, like, and just
I
hadn't.
forgot that if that happened, I don't remember it.
And I thought you hadn't reported back since then, but I might be making that up.
No, I think you're right, because I think that was kind of like the how
And then-
Luke introduced was something to that effect.
And then cultists just showed up at Desh's house, so I felt like cover's kind of blown-ish, right?
Well, Dash, no, because Bogey showed up at Cynthia's house as Bogey. And that was just a different cover,
Yeah.
a nonsense disguise. But I could go there as an unobtrusive visitor and just be like, "Hey, there's this guy that wanted me to come here." And ask a weird question, and I'm not sure like if I'm being put on or not, but he's gonna pay me, so I need to ask this question. And like, is this a prank?
Go for it.
And just go option C on this.
We don't have any momentum to spend, do we?
To turn some.
You guys haven't really been doing and failing a lot.
Yeah, you got to spend the momentum to do unobtrusive.
Um,
Well, let's go
I
second.
can just do a disguise and not do an obtrusive visitor and just be disguised regular. Regular metamorphosis then.
Okay, can we back up a step? What's our objective here?
To see if that's a good question.
Well,
So if the goal is to just to see if Luke can have his gem removed without getting killed.
But that's not really. I mean, yeah,
Is that
that's
the
a nice,
objective though?
no, that's a nice side quest. But like, really, what we're trying to do here is stop these people from doing the things they're doing, which is collecting. And I point to his chest, things like that. That's what we're here for. So they take that thing out of his chest, then we're giving them what they want. We're here to stop them.
Right.
and Luke really just, sorry, Luke, you really just got to give it more time. Like you're rushing into this blissful ignorance thing, and like, I gotta tell you, like, it's not that bad. You know, it's not that bad knowing the truth.
The truth. Like that I have this thing stuck in me?
No, like the movies that you didn't watch. The truth.
All right. All right. Let's just
Fictional movies.
again. Let's stay on point here.
So, Dash, what do you suggest we do then? Like, I don't know how to store a building, you know?
I'm not the tactician in the group, but we need to get in there.
So, Carter, like, what do you suggest doing? Because, like, none of us know how to store a building.
Is that's where we're going? We're just lights out, flashbang, come in, guns blazing.
I don't think it's a good idea.
No, but we can definitely try to take down the power on the block.
I mean, and the other option is like we also figure out who Cynthia is answering to, or is she?
Is she it? I don't
She's
think
ahead.
she's it.
So I mean, that's probably our number one objective. Really, is we need to figure out if she has somebody she's answering to, and then figure that out, and then stop this. I mean,
When
if
I
there's
was-
a warehouse full of relics in there, I feel like that would actually be something that Bill would be very happy for us to retrieve.
I think you're right about that.
And remember, the whole reason that they are gathering these relics is to slow us down. And,
Right.
also point to Luke. Slow us down.
Yeah.
So no, I don't really know how to handle this, but like this is what we're here for.
Yeah, you're right.
All right,
And I don't
then I can do something stupid if we want to go lights out, or we can just politely ask.
there's no way to is there no way to sneak in?
There is.
Disable the cameras.
And I could
I
probably
cannot. Go ahead.
I could probably take out the cameras if we really need to do it. So easy
I
enough.
was. So I guess this is up to you, Suf. Did I see any like external breaker box that would be easily accessible without tripping a camera? Probably not,
No,
right?
not in the building.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
How close are the gas lines to the electric?
No, it's close this time, it turns out.
Well, I might be able to make that jump across.
Oh no! All right, you just need some cameras taken out.
I just need one camera taken out and I can get in.
You got any like clippies?
Well, that's the problem, is that the cameras are pointing out and they're wide range, so I can't get up and clip them.
Well, they're not pointing up, right? The cameras.
No, they're pointed down like you would at the entrance to the doors.
Okay, well I can get to them. I need some clippies.
I got a knife.
I guess that'll do. Hold their hand out.
I pull out the knife and put it in, and
Which side
hang
you
on,
want me to get?
hang on, and then I pull off the holder for the knife and go here and put it in, and then hand it back to her.
Which side you want me to get?
Let's go for the side that is probably. Let's go for the side. Let's go for the side that is not the loading bay and not the one where the guy came out. Let's just hope for the best. Unless you all think I should try to. Oh, I won't be able to go through the loading bay. So it's either the one on the side street here, or the one on the back. What do y'all think? Luke, you're the one driving this ship. What do you think?
I mean, do you want to just try to? Should we just?
It's
cover
either one
them?
or it's either one or two. Do you want to flip a coin?
Just want to cover them all up?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like, how many are there?
3, or at least that I saw over top of the doors. I don't know how many others there were.
Wait, Luke, can you just make them like walk away?
Well, no. Just give me a second. Um. So I want to just take a second and look around and see if there are any squirrels or birds.
I mean, yeah. Not
Luke
necessarily awake.
is a Disney princess.
They're not necessarily awake, but of course, it's like you recognize that they're probably around somewhere.
Yeah, like squirrels in particular would be great. I would love some squirrels.
You could probably find some squirrels. Like, do you need to be able to see them? Because chances are you can't see any squirrels.
I just need to be able to talk to them.
Okay.
I think. Or I guess they need to be somewhere they can hear me.
Yeah, I mean, there are trees around here, so chances are there are squirrels.
All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna go around some trees and just, ask nicely up into the trees if some squirrels would mind just climbing this building over here and just I don't know, hanging out. So I'll describe the thing over the door. Be just hang out on the front of those. You just cover it up and just hang there for a few minutes. That would be really great if they would just do that for me for just
What are you
few
using?
minutes. So I'm using my shape-changing charm. So I can use to understand animal speech, calm or excite them, or persuade them to do minor favors on my behalf. So this is my working and shape-changing.
A flock of seagulls.
Got it. So yeah, and then it's not like D&D where we do you're talking squirrel. Like you go and you communicate that, but you recognize the thrumming in your chest is helping translate. Not that anything's perceptible to anybody else, but you recognize you're literally just kind of walking around asking trees, squirrels, but asking trees can they go do that? And I think it goes the other way. We use to understand their speech. Yep. So you hear some chittering, and after a moment, that it becomes comprehensible. Why awake? Why are we? It's night. Dark. Why are we awake?
Sorry, I'm really sorry for disturbing you. We just really need some help. It'll only take it'll be very short, and then you can go right back to sleep.
Do you have the small caps? Small, what humans call them, small caps, with the yums inside.
Oh, hey, does anybody have any Wait, Bogey, do you have snacks? What snacks do you have? Do you have
I've got granola.
You have granola? Yeah, can I have some granola?
Yeah.
They're ragging on them before.
Yeah.
I got a bag of granola and a bag of trail mix.
Or trail mix would be even better, actually, probably. Can I just have a handful?
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I got something great. You want to come taste it? I'm just holding it
they
up.
skitter down. They jump onto your arms and start shoveling in their mouth, and they disappear back up the tree. And then you see them scurry along towards the warehouse.
Yeah, so in just a minute, those cameras should all be covered.
So what did we witness?
Well, you witness exactly what I told you. He's talking to this tree in common English. He asks or he's talking, he's having that conversation he just had, but you only heard his part of it, and you heard some chittering of squirrels. And then trail mix, they jumped on his arms. It was a little Disney princess like. They stuffed their mouths, ran back up the tree, and then about 30 seconds later, you see those squirrels skitter down the street towards the warehouse. Yep.
Carter just takes off, like not even worried about it. Just starts taking off.
Luke, that was freaking awesome,
They're gonna
man.
cover up
That
the
was
cameras.
great. Yeah, like, see, it's the confluence. Like, that was the thing that we needed when we needed it.
If that crystal ever gets taken out of your chest, I want it.
Yeah, was that something you could do before the crystal, or
No, definitely not.
How long have you had this crystal in your chest?
and you want to give that up?
Whatever Steve and I decided on, which I don't even remember.
Whatever we decided on. So
Right around 3 years.
no, it's been less than that.
Yeah. Was it like a year ago? Is that what we said?
I think we said a year.
Yeah.
You've had some time to get used to it.
Yeah.
And understand that you can do this kind of thing. Like, it's not you can do this.
Yeah, it's been like a year. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like animals started like understanding me. It's really weird.
Freaking cool. And then you animate stuff, right? You turn it into.
Yeah, I can make like sometimes stuff moves. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
I mean,
Keep the crystal, man. Like,
but like I don't know. Like if cultists are gonna keep coming after me, and
Well, that's what we're solving now, like, because you can't have that.
and the
Yeah, I don't
dreams
really
will
want
get better, man. Like the dreams, you'll be all right.
Okay, but okay. In the meantime, like we got the squirrels doing the work. We need
Yeah,
to
we
move,
gotta move.
Oh yeah. Let's.
man, working with Sylvia late at night is tough. Her meds wear off by the end of the night, and
I didn't get any purple tea.
That's right.
I made it. Nobody had it.
Oh, maybe I grabbed a glass as I went out. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, I thought she got. Yeah, I thought she grabbed some.
I didn't grab like a. I grabbed a glass. Like a.
Oh,
Took the glass with me.
Oh
So-
man, you're breaking up the pizza.
I'll bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
So you head towards the warehouse, and as you walk up, you see squirrels just kind of like curled up around the faces of the cameras.
so since I'm far enough ahead, I'm pointing the guys to the side entrance, not the loading dock, but to the other side entrance where the other guy didn't come out of, and I'm just kind of right up there as soon as the squirrels, and just shake my head and just slowly start to test the knob to see if it's open, and if it's not, I'm gonna try to lockpick it.
You'll need to lockpick it, but yes, you can take a little bit of time to do that.
Okay. What do I need to roll? Anything?
No, I mean this is trivial for you guys as far as like it's not like a super lock. You
I
just
didn't know
wanna
if it
roll
was.
something.
No, I didn't know if it was a dwarven lock or anything like that. That's why I was asking.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't even have a DC, or your passive lock picking will pick it.
All right, perfect.
So it's fine. No, I mean it's not that like it's just a shitty lock or anything. It's just you are so practiced in it, plus being who you are and in your abilities. This is not a difficult lock to pick.
No, that's what. No worries. Just wondering if there was anything. Just checking it out mentally. That's what I was doing. So
It's
cool.
not a specialized lock.
Excellent.
The door seems like it's heavy, like it's the warehouse door. It's heavy, probably bolted and what have you, but it's relatively regular lock.
Okay. All right. So as soon as I see that they're getting closer, gonna try to edge into it and see if we can gently open it without making too much of a racket and slide in.
Yeah, as they're getting closer, yes, you can open it. As far as whether or not it's loud, that'll happen when you open it.
Perfect. So I'm looking at him just.
Everybody ready? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm asking without asking. So I'm just like
Right.
leaning up against the door, like Moki's dancing.
This is to us.
Yes. So all right. So once they're about 10 feet away, just gonna open it and make as little noise as possible, but probably gonna make the noise, and we're going in.
Okay, well, so go ahead and we're going to roll a roll. Go ahead and roll dexterity and just roll me dexterity.
Just the dexterity.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll let you do that. There you go. Yeah, perfect.
I'll take that.
As fate would have it, yeah, it's somebody oiled this recently. So yeah, you open up and it doesn't make the squeak.
All right, and then I just reach up as I'm going in and just tap one of the squirrels and just walk in.
So you enter. I mean, it leads into a small room, probably 10 by 10, something like that. And it seems like it's a what do I want to do? It seems like it's not a mud room, but some place to be able to change in or out if you're dirty from outside or dirty from inside, what have you. And then there's another door leading further into the warehouse as you all enter.
Okay. All right. I don't know if we need to suit up or anything like that. Are these clean suits, Sylvia? What do you think?
So yeah, sorry, there's not actually like suits.
Oh, got it.
Somebody
Sorry.
needed to change.
Got it. Never mind. So I'm just gonna walk over to the other door and just kind of look underneath to make sure that like nobody is coming towards the door.
Yeah, no silhouettes or anything near the door.
Unlocked, I'm assuming, since we're inside now.
It is.
And we're just gonna slowly open up this one and just gonna try to do the same thing.
Yeah. So you open it up and it opens up into this large warehouse. And what you all see at first is just a row of shelving and boxes in front of you. Some cardboard, some are wooden boxes. And you don't see like turning out left and right down this aisle. You don't see anybody in sight. You do hear some voices somewhere in the warehouse talking, but it's not distinct. It's just quiet conversation.
Okay, so hearing the direction that it's in, I'm gonna start moving slowly along those lines of boxes and just looking at them. Are they named at all on the sides of the boxes or anything like that?
Yeah, some do have names, like they're just common common things like Amazon, it's like Amazon boxes or what have you. But no, it's not like a whole bunch of specific brand.
Right.
It's kind of a hodgepodge of boxes and storage bins of sort.
Okay. When I get up to the edge, I'm just going to tap one of the boxes and just kind of look at Sylvia and tell her to like look inside if she can, like if it's open.
Take out my knife.
You open up that cardboard vinyl, yeah. Cut through the tape. Look in. As soon as you open it, look in. You just see packing peanuts. Kind of digging through, and eventually you get down to a bunch of cell phones, like packaged cell phones.
Hold one up.
And then I'm just going to whisper back to Bogey. Bogey, is this sort of like what they used?
Yeah, there wasn't like a standard like, hey, use this. This is the work phone. Like it didn't have like burner phones or anything that everything was voice to voice for the most part.
You don't really use phones.
Okay, cool. All right. And then just gonna move around the corner and just look up ahead and try to listen. What do we got?
So looking around the corner, so you were kind of going down this aisle, and it continues forward, but looking around the corner on the cross section, there's a middle area that's more open and has a table with 4 people sitting around it talking and seeming to enjoy a nice game of cards. What kind of card game? You don't know, you'd have to get closer, but enjoying some type of card game.
Okay. Is there any sort of like gantry way above them? Like any sort of like overview, anything like that? Like
No, I mean, there
any
are
scaffolding ever? Yeah.
Yeah, there are rafters.
But no like catwalk or anything like that. Perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna point to them and then just quickly go across to the next side and then start trying to make my way towards the back to see if there's anything else on the back side.
Okay. So you continue down that aisle. Is everybody else sticking where you are at that corner, or are you trying to follow him? Because you know he's much better at it than you are, so I'm not going to have him test me.
I'm good with where I am.
Sylvia's gonna follow.
Okay. All right. We can follow. It's not super hard. I just want to give you a chance to earn some momentum. Right? You all seem like you wanted more momentum. So let's do a Dex plus Athletics.
For which person?
Just for
Sylvia.
or sorry, yeah, Sylvia.
All right.
And anybody else who is following.
Come on, guys.
You can do it, Odd.
What'd you say? Dexterity? What?
Yeah, Dex and Athletics.
I got a good feeling about this one, Sylvia.
Boom.
Get your momentum.
Hey, look at that.
Anybody else following?
Yeah, I am.
Suddenly, from inside the building.
If Dash is going, I'm going too.
It wasn't a
Why
botch.
are we all going? Why are we all?
Come on, guys.
Forget how to do this. Okay, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Dash did not forget how to do it.
Dash gives me the high five, like, yeah.
You've been talking to me about how to do this. You know,
Yeah.
I've been working on it. You know.
So as Sylvia steps out and says, "Come on, guys," and turns and feels like she was doing quietly, before the rest of you step out, you're cautious and quiet enough. And Carter, you're already on the other side. Sylvia, everybody, Sylvia, you hear a chair, and you look over at 4 people looking over at you. And they're just holding their cards, and they're looking just kind of confused.
I'll pop behind the bookshelf or whatever the not bookshelf.
You'll just go back the way you came. So you all hear the 4 chairs now squeak out, and before you heard quiet chatter, now you hear whispering, but it doesn't seem like they're moving.
Guys, they saw me. What do I do?
Well, like, they were playing cards, so, like, maybe we just go play cards. It's like, we thought that this was an abandoned building and we're exploring around in it. But, like, if you guys are playing cards, you want to, like, play cards.
I got booted for a second. Sorry. So Sylvia got noticed, and the rest of us did not.
Correct.
Essentially. Okay.
Though, I mean, she obviously was talking back towards whomever was behind her. But no, none of you had stepped out yet when Sylvia turned and said, "Come on, guys," a little louder than she meant to.
I'll go out with Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia, you go.
I'll go like kind of sheepishly behind him.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sorry. We thought this was like an abandoned building.
What do you? Why would you think a building with lights on is abandoned?
See like cars in the parking lot.
There are literally cars in the parking lot.
Where?
All cars are. I'm sorry. What are you doing here?
Just exploring an abandoned building, but like you guys were playing cards, so then we were.
It's not abandoned, obviously. So
But like,
you can't be here.
what card game were we playing?
It doesn't matter what card you need to leave.
Yeah, like, yeah, man. I'm sorry about that. You know, like urban exploring.
What?
Urban exploring, like when you go, like there's these old abandoned buildings, and you go into them and you can like explore at night.
Well, maybe you can go find one.
I thought we did, but like, yeah, maybe the building next to this one.
No, that one is also owned by somebody, and it would also be trespassing for you to go do that.
But like, does anybody like use it?
Yes, it's a warehouse. It's used to hold wares.
But it's late.
And so why are either one of you still here?
Because we don't know how to get out.
To get in, just go back that way. And by the way, so noticing body language is you're not getting. Let me,
Not threatening.
well,
Not cultishly threatening.
yeah, they don't seem super cult now.
They're not sheathing their curvy daggers.
Oh yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I was pretty sure. So I mean, let me check. Sylvia's good enough. Oh, actually, that makes sense. So I mean, both of you can pretty easily pick up that they're yes, they're not being threatening. Like they're all kind of they're surprised, obviously, and they're not like toughs that are going to necessarily throw you out. Like it's not like that seems like it's even going to be their next action. They're literally just like, "Whoa, weirdos! You just need to leave." Is kind of the feeling that you're getting. So their backs are up rather than them, getting ready to engage and try to throw you out.
Right. Yeah, we didn't mean to ruin your day.
Do we need to call the cops or something?
No, we're going. We're just as surprised to see you as you were to see us, I think.
I differ.
All right. Well, sorry about that. I hope you guys still have a good night. I didn't mean to ruin your card game.
Okay.
All right, we'll go.
Okay, good. How did you get in?
We came in through back door.
The doors are locked.
That one didn't seem very locked.
Okay. You go and we will make sure it's locked behind you. Just you go ahead.
He's so annoyed.
He's,
All right, we'll leave. They're
he seems
walking.
nervous. More nervous than annoyed.
What's that?
He seems more nervous than annoyed.
Oh, if there was an unlocked door in the building.
Well, I mean, just two strangers are here, and
These are reggies. They're not cultists.
Is that what
Yeah.
you say, or is that out of character?
No, that's not a character.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to continue this distraction of these guys because we can continue having awkward conversation as we're leaving.
Because we like crossed over to another aisle, right? Or
No,
another
you all
side,
were still on the same aisle.
You had not crossed over because as soon as Sylvia was crossing over, she turned and said before you all stepped out.
right? Okay,
So
I missed
Carter
that.
had already crossed. The rest
Okay.
of you, when you heard that chair squeak before you stepped out, you backed up.
Gotcha. Okay,
You passed yourself.
Then- then scratch that. I didn't say that. That's the part I missed. Okay.
So I'm just gonna look at them and just give two fingers and turn around the aisle and just go two more up and just kind of while this conversation's been going on.
Going around.
Yep. And just
Fine.
looking to see if anybody else is moving around or if there's like a like an office or anything like that.
There is an office in the opposite corner. As you're coming to the end
Yeah.
and turning, you do see that there's a wall that's too close compared to everything else you saw. Oh, chances are that's the wall of an office. If you got far enough down there, you'd be able to see that.
Okay.
But no, you don't see anybody else as like you're kind of going and checking the aisles. You don't see anybody else.
Okay.
And we're occupying all four of them.
Yeah, they're focused on these people who are not leaving.
We're leaving. We're definitely talking about leaving.
What about Luke and Desh?
We've made it clear we're leaving.
So they're talking right there. Carter headed down the other way, or continued down the way he was going.
If we were to go back the way we came, would there be another way
There'd
we
be
could go around?
So it's basically aisles of
Yeah.
shelving. There's
Yeah.
one middle cross that Bogey and Sylvia are currently talking in, and then there's another cross at the end. So basically, the ends of the aisles, there's some space to walk along the wall, and then here in the middle, there's some space to walk between the shelvings. And then otherwise, it looks like there are aisles of shelving and some open space in the middle where they were
Right.
enjoying the card game.
Right, well, I guess I'll point like with Luke, like let's go back that way and go around essentially.
Yeah, you go down and you start heading around, you kind of check around the corner, nobody. And as you're going, yeah, you do recognize, nope, it seems like it's these four people. And then as you get to the end of the rows of shelves and look down, you also see, hey, there's an office down at the other corner of the building.
And it's unoccupied.
It's not an open office.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
There's a door with translucent window, and there's a light on in there. But otherwise,
Okay.
it's a brick wall.
Got you. I kind of look at Luke and like point to it like.
What about that text though?
It wasn't a group text, it was just to those two. You don't know anything happened.
Mm-mm.
If we were to go to that office, would we be in the open where they would see us?
You would pass behind them, so assuming that they're all still focused on Sylvia and Bogey, who, yeah, I mean, you can just hear them continuing in Bogey fashion, continuing to have a conversation. So it's stalling, ineffectively, but like, and so it's
Yeah.
kind of back and forth of like, you need to leave. And as soon as they're like, we're going to call the police, Bogey says something to somewhat diffuse it enough. So you probably have at least a few minutes here before potentially something escalates.
So using that, I'm going to try to get down as far as I can towards that office or whatever it is in that corner without making too much noise and still checking for anybody.
Yep, you do. You don't see anybody else besides the four in the center of the warehouse.
Cool.
And then this is probably about the time where Luke and Desh are turning and looking around the corner and seeing it. Not long after you look down from this end and see it, you see Carter looking back from the other direction as he reaches that end.
Yeah. Give you the look and point to the building, to the office.
Guess we're going to the office too, huh?
Okay, you guys gonna head down towards the office, I assume?
Yeah.
Carter, are you waiting?
I am, but I'm gonna get up to that edge and kind of look back towards the card game and just see if they're like if anything's going on or.
There are four people standing up by the table, focused on Bogey and Sylvia.
Okay.
Classic
Then-
distraction with the pincer move.
Yep. then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the door. And are there any windows or anything, or is it just kind of like?
It's just the translucent window on the door.
Okay.
And
So I
there's
can't see
obviously
through
light
it. It's
on the
frosted.
Right.
What about how high is it? Can I look underneath and see if there's any feet?
No, there's not enough room to like look underneath or over. Like it's a door.
Okay.
And there's no extra gapping enough to be able to look in and see.
Okay.
You also
I'm
don't
gonna-
hear
go ahead.
anything. I don't know. I assume you're listening. You also don't hear anything in there.
That was my next question. So I'm gonna look at them and just kind of wave them over.
So yeah,
All right.
two of you can head down, kind of pause and look around. Yeah, they're focused, and you can continue down quietly enough to the office with Carter.
I'm gonna go and walk over and just gently tap the handle. And does it open? Like, is it
Yeah,
starting to
yeah.
move? Okay.
It's almost, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then so I'm just going to fully open it up and just go in without slamming it, but just
Right.
yeah.
Okay, and Bogey and Sylvia will start heading out about this time. And so what Bogey and Sylvia do, so you open the door, and what's strange is, as soon as you open the door, you hear music that wasn't there before. Now, it's not like ethereal music or something. It's just
Mhm.
like super, like somehow it's super soundproofing, but like
Yeah.
there's music going on, and it's just light classical music, but it's loud enough that you should have heard it through the door.
Mhm.
Not loud, but loud enough. And so you open the door and walk in, and there you see. No, none of you have actually seen her.
Mm.
Other than Bogey. But you do see a woman sitting behind a desk, and she looks up startled. Who are you? And Bogey, you hear Cynthia say quite loudly, "Who are you?" As do the four people at table.
Right. Perfect.
Two of them, well, they all start to turn, then two kind of keep their eye on Bogey and Sylvia, while the other two look back towards the office. But yes, Carter and Luke and Desh, as you walk in, you see this woman and she, "Who are you?"
Hi.
The better question is, why were we hired to get in this building? We were here to test security, so how do we get to you?
What? Hired by who for what?
Where's
We
the
were-
music coming from?
It's just a little boombox.
Okay.
Not like old boom, like a modern boombox. Little stereo. I guess we call it today. Little stereo.
And just
A Bluetooth speaker.
just
I forgot how the world works because I have a 2-year-old. Yes, out of a Bluetooth speaker.
you got her 8-track going. Okay.
she reaches over.
It could be a record for sure. Is this a record?
Yeah.
But no, it's It is in fact a Bluetooth speaker.
And as Carter is, talking, just doing the glance around the room, like what's she doing?
She was sitting there writing something, listening to music. There are various notes scattered on the desk. There's a few filing cabinets in here. But nothing else immediately stands out as you're kind of looking around. Like it seems like a relatively normal office space.
Okay.
So my group here was hired to test your security system, and it clearly is not working if we got all the way to you.
I start like walking around the room and like, start inspecting.
No, neither one of you should be here. No one hired you. No one hired you.
Yes, someone did hire us.
Bogey and Sylvia, two of the gentlemen who were at the table, start walking back that way.
So the main question here is very simple. We were hired to test your security system. It failed. Do you want to know how to improve it so that you can keep your operation up and running?
And at this point, she stands up and slams her hands on the desk and looks you in the eye. No one hired you for anything. Who the hell are you and why the hell are you here? And if you don't give me a good enough answer, you can expect the police to be here next.
We're here because you're looking for me.
And she looks at you now. She had been focused on Carter, and she looks at you, and she pauses for a second, and like a light of recognition shows in her eyes. Her brow furrows. This is not how I expected to see you tonight.
Like I said, we were hired.
So you must be Cynthia?
And I see Luke has friends. And you do hear two sets of footfalls coming, towards the office. Bogey, I'm going to pause real quickly there. Bogey, Sylvia, anything in particular you're doing? The other two are just staring at you like I don't know, but just they're more defensive now, like more of like we need to keep you over there, but still not necessarily threatening in any way that you can see.
Looking at them, do they have any fate bindings on them?
What are you using?
Fortune.
Or just fortune? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to answer, and then I was like, oh, let me learn all the amazing things you guys can do.
Really, like if they have fate bindings or at all, and if they have bonds with somebody else that's also here.
Got it. So you do sense one of them has a fate binding, but not with someone here.
All right. Interesting. Which one does?
The
One of the two that walked away?
No, one of the two that's still there. The one on the right.
Okay.
And actually reading that, interestingly enough, and maybe it just didn't trigger before, but now that you're like looking for fate bindings, you do recognize, especially just very recently, when Luke talked to the squirrels, when Luke affected the furniture, it came through the same kind of sense. Like it wasn't a fate binding, but you don't sense that with the others when they use their powers. This is maybe a part of the power that hasn't really come up to you before because you haven't met anybody with those kinds of powers. But all of a sudden it starts to piece together. Maybe Luke does know what he's talking about. Anyways, back to the office.
I just reach over and close the door, and then proceed to stand in front of it and lock it.
Yep. Okay, this has gone far enough, and she gets out her phone and starts to go toward it. Feel free to react however you want to. It goes to start dialing.
Simple question: what do you want with our friend here?
Well, I want the rest of you to leave. He can stay.
No, that's not how this works.
This is how it's going to work, whoever you are.
Like, why do you want me to stay? Like, you just want to talk for a minute?
No, I have been asked to procure what's in your chest.
And so you want to take it out?
I don't think I'll be taking it out, but yes, I'm sure someone will relieve you of it.
So you're gonna take me to somebody else?
I'm not going to travel, but yes, someone will take you.
So your whole thing is just like, find me?
I'll find and deliver you.
But you're not gonna do the delivering. You're gonna make somebody else do that.
Yes.
Okay, and where am I going?
Why don't you have your friends leave, and maybe then we can talk.
Just talk.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
And there's a palpable pause. Yes.
Okay, if I talk to her? Is she gonna,
Yeah, she can talk right here. Yeah,
is she gonna do something?
I'll lean against the wall. Feel free to talk.
This is between me and Luke.
No. It's between you and us and all Scions in the world that you're trying to stop.
And at that, her face hardens. Like it's like a stone wall goes up. Like, oh my God. How do you know about that?
I'm just gonna pull out my pistol and hold it up to her. This is my gift. And I just slowly put it back in the holster.
Who is the shield?
I can't.
Can or won't? Those are two very different things.
I can't.
Like, you can't in the sense of, like, something will happen to you immediately if you try to spill the beans, or you're just afraid someone's going to come do something to you.
Both. The shield is well above me. I just handle things here in Colorado Springs, moving goods, and there you have it. I've only ever written with a shield, so cannot help you.
Goods like relics.
Yes.
Birthrights.
Birthrights.
Whatever you want to call them. Things that make money.
And you do this solely to make money.
They pay well.
So you're not a believer in any of this nonsense. You just do it because it makes you money.
And there are others who believe, and it works wonders.
I see. Well, here's the thing. We need to know who you're reporting to.
Well, I report to the shield. I report by letter. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, you better start trying to figure something out.
You
can see.
Is that the threat? Are you threatening
Yeah,
me?
actually, it is. It
What
is
if
a
we
threat.
But what if we come to a compromise?
What kind of compromise?
Well, We need information. You have information. You probably want to keep making money. But I'm thinking that the operation probably has to stop too. So, what would you offer?
So you want me to keep making money without being able to make money?
Correct. You seem to be a resourceful woman. I'm sure you can do other things.
Or I continue to do this instead, and you all move along and don't worry about it.
No,
Except-
that's not the option.
Not an option for us. What you do harms us, and therefore it harms the world.
It's not harming you.
And I point to Luke. If you try to do something with what's in his chest, you're going to harm one of us, namely him.
Okay, him maybe, but I mean, have we taken your birthrights?
Okay, wait.
Generally,
Not yet.
the ones just laying around.
So
He
you
was specially requested.
okay? So you do plan to harm me then?
Well, no, I don't plan to harm you. I don't know exactly how they're going to take it out of your chests. I hope humanely, but it is what it is.
Oh, so you put in a call and they'll come to get him. Oh, cool. Then we can know who you are reporting to.
No, I send one of my goons to go drop him off where I'm told to drop him off.
So you have to wait 3 to 6 business weeks for a letter to get back?
No,
Really, she probably is like a courier or something.
Oh, she does. I'm just wondering what orifice it comes out of.
Carrier pigeon.
you watch too many movies, sir.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't watch
too
enough.
many
Sylvia,
movies.
Sylvia
No,
watches.
it's Sylvia out there. She's the movie watcher.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of
Yes.
them watch too many movies.
When are we watching movies? Just come on, wrap it up. Percy Jackson's not going to watch itself.
That's the question being asked outside. Have you guys ever seen Percy Jackson?
Because, like, we're basically that. Like, it's based on us.
Except not
Right.
me, though. I'm gonna whisper to Dash. So, like, we don't need her. We need the one above her.
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
So if she sends me, you just follow. Get to them.
We lose you.
Don't do
Yeah. I don't like that option.
that. But like, it gets you there.
It does.
So which goon outside knows where the shield is? Which one do you send? Because it's the same one every time, isn't it?
No, it isn't. And they don't know where the shield is either. Tell them to take whatever they're taking, they take it to wherever they're dropping it off, they drop it off. We never meet the shield. So you're worried about Scions losing birthrights? There's someone doing this way better than I am. Maybe you should hassle them instead.
Oh, who's that?
Well, it seems we do have something to talk about. You leave me to what I do, and I'm happy to point you to bigger fish.
Just out of curiosity, before we start to make a compromise, negotiate, whatever we're doing here. The Lucky. Is that like just your group of goons, or is that like or is that part of the shield as well?
It's part of the shield as well.
Hmm.
We are the lucky because they are.
Are they? One of them died on my doorstep tonight. Doesn't sound too lucky to me.
I doubt one of the lucky died on your doorstep. And you can hear the capitalization in the lucky when she
Right.
says that.
Yeah. So the people you hire to do things are not all part of the lucky?
They're part of the group, but they're not the lucky seven. And that's, I think, first time you've heard that, like the lucky seven.
She's like seven, the
Seven.
number 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I look at both of you two. I look at you two.
and I guess if you're worried about me stealing people, I can agree to no longer take jobs where we steal people. We'll only steal items. You can go chase whoever it is you want to try to chase down.
All right.
Seance.
Like, especially the one after the other. She's like, a light in her eye and then complete confusion when you say seance.
Yeah, no, we did that already.
Yeah. All right. Bigger fish to fry, huh?
Bigger fish to fry. And you all will leave me to be and leave my group alone.
Would this be like a lucky fish?
It'll be a bigger fish. Perhaps you can find a lucky one after that. I don't have any direct contact with a lucky fish besides letters, which you all have seen already, even if you can't read it.
Or
You recognize, like, you were in her house. She probably had a camera.
or sending me to one of them.
I don't know where you would go, so maybe.
But I'd be pretty lucky when I got there.
I would hope for your sake, yes. They can remove that from your chest, and I don't know. You could go do whatever you want to do after. Presumably.
So either way, bigger fish.
Sure.
Only if you're comfortable with this, Luke.
I mean, you're not gonna lose me, right?
I mean, we've tried not to lose you all day, so I mean, we certainly do our best.
What are you doing so far? Yeah, why would I even be worried?
So you'll let me pass Luke on?
If you take Luke, then you stop everything.
No, I take Luke and allow you all to follow him, and I keep doing what I'm doing.
That's not what you said.
That is what I said. I said I.
No, you said you would modify what you were doing.
Yes, of course. I'd stop. Well, this is actually the first person I've ever sought take.
You will stop
Yeah.
going after people, is what you will stop doing.
Only collecting items to sell.
How many relics have you found? Have you sold? Just as a, I purely as a, how many of them are really out there? Question.
A tidy sum. For the buyers that know anything, they're worth a lot.
Interesting. Well, so our we got two other people out there that are, I don't even know what they're doing. All right, can you open the door? We can.
I will reach down, open the door, and said, "Let's have a conversation with everyone."
And
So
as-
we're all on the same page.
As you open it, there's a little bit of a force as a fist is banging on the door, and you did not hear it until you opened the door, that a fist was banging on it. Let us in. Oh. Oh.
The door.
Are you okay, Cynthia? Yes. Hopefully. Sure, it'll be fine. Let's all have a conversation and get this over with. She'll, if you don't move, she's just going to come around and walk out towards the middle of the warehouse.
And I wait till she walks by, and then I will be the last one out of the room.
So Sylvia and Bogey, Cynthia here has agreed to lead us to bigger fish, as she says. So we're gonna have to follow Luke.
Which
So
follow
I
Luke.
can pass you a name if you want. It doesn't matter to me as long as you all leave me alone.
He passes a name that doesn't necessarily get us anywhere.
Gets you a name. I can
It's the
even give
name
you
of the
a
next person up.
It's true.
Say again, Bogey. I missed it.
Oh, it gives us the name of the next person up.
Well, true, but also if I'm not saying it's the safest plan, if we allow them to deliver Luke and we follow, we may find them without. You know what I mean?
It's risky. Like
But I don't know. Correct.
that seems like a really risky thing to do.
I'm sure it is.
Because like Luke doesn't need to be alive to get the stone out of his chest. So if they took him, it's not like he'd necessarily be safe in transit.
What's that, Josh?
I was just whispering to them. I think I'd probably be okay. At least till I got there.
You're on board with this?
I mean, it seems like the most direct way to do it.
It's the most direct, but it's not the safest. But like, yeah, go with the flow, man. Like that's the route that you're being pulled, then let's like do it.
I offered a seance, but Cynthia didn't seem to be down with that one.
Ooh.
What are you talking about?
It's okay. It's all right. Just it's our code word. It's kind of like, Taco Tuesday.
That's not.
Except we're a chicken parm Tuesday outfit. But anyway, neither here nor there. Doesn't flow off the tongue like Taco Tuesday.
What
but
are
anyway.
we doing? Am I sending him along? Am I
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
okay?
if we're gonna do this, then let's just do it, I guess. And
I guess.
can you give us the name that you're gonna? Oh wait, I don't know that part.
What part? The name. She did mention that she could give the name of.
Oh, she did mention that out here.
She did mention that out here.
Yeah. Like we could get a name and we could get him
Delivered.
You could get one of them. I'm not giving you everything. So, do you want to send him, or do you want the name of somebody to go bother?
I thought she said he didn't care. As long as we were leaving you alone, you said you didn't
As
care.
long as you're leaving me alone. But information is still worth something. I like to hold some of it.
I mean, if you give us both things, then you never see us again. Isn't that worth something? Or do you look forward to the pleasure of our company again?
Well, I give you both things and you still bother me. So
That'd be terrible.
that would be terrible. And so I'd like to have something. So one or the other. What are you going to choose?
What would we have to bother you about if you gave us all the things?
Well, you're bothering me now, and I still don't fully understand why. Other than, I guess, him.
Well, that's the reason.
I mean, it's a reason.
It's the most immediate reason.
You have other reasons?
Yeah.
There's always more reasons.
You work for somebody higher up, so do we.
Lovely. So am I putting a bag on his head and stripping him off, or not?
That's that. Now that is a movie cliche if I've ever heard one.
No. It works.
Luke?
I mean, you'll be right behind me, so it'll be fine.
Sylvia. No, I don't know that. No. Oh, wait. Actually, it'll probably be Desh. Desh, go ahead and make a cunning and occult roll.
Mm.
I don't know what that means.
Means things are about to get spicy. Someone's doing some magic.
No, it's a knowledge roll. That's all it is.
I've been learning from Sylvia, despite my best intentions.
We've been watching movies together.
I got 3.
Yeah, that's enough to put the bug in your ear. Doesn't necessarily mean it is, doesn't mean it isn't. As you're kind of having this conversation and you're taking a moment to reflect back, that room wasn't soundproof normally. Like that wasn't naturally soundproof. And if they have something that can do that, do they have something that could mask Luke in transit? Point that hadn't been brought up, I thought I'd bring up and
Why don't we just take the name?
A name, we leave you alone. You go back to doing what you're doing.
great.
Although it's a neat trick how you the whole room thing over there.
Thanks.
Is that like something innately you can do, or did you like rip that off a relic somewhere?
Don't worry about it. Not something I can do, but it's mine.
Ah.
We'll leave it at that. So yes.
Yeah.
That 80s boombox over there in the
Yeah,
corner.
the old classical music boom box.
Classical music.
You see her carrying it out to her car like this.
No, like this, of course. She's got it up on her shoulder.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So a name, you leave me alone. I never have to see you again.
Sure.
And I only go, and we only steal items.
Well, it'd be a start.
Right. Okay. Well, there is a gentleman in Fort Collins who does what I do, perhaps a little bit better. So I wouldn't mind if he disappeared and got off of my back anyways. So his name is Hiroku Teruya. I will put it in chat.
Thanks.
It's too late in the night to be just done.
Roku.
Or, excuse me, Hiroko.
Roku. Ooh, did ever.
I'm so close.
Didn't have the last name. Had the first name.
I put an E for Haruko.
He works similarly to how we work, but a little more professionally. I employ certain people, give motions to the poor gentleman, and he has a bit more money to employ other people. So feel free to deal with him however you see fit. He's higher up than I am because he has a bit more of a lucrative process than I do. So that is that.
I look at everybody else.
Then should we show ourselves out, or do you want to have one of your fine employees that you talk so highly of, and while we were in the back there, lead us out?
Yes, please feel free to leave. We will make sure you're gone. Look forward to never seeing any of you ever again.
I'll just turn around and walk out.
I start walking towards the other door that we didn't come in through. I just start walking towards that door.
Yeah, I'll walk wherever you're going.
Oh, hang on. I turn around. Luke, beside me, if you don't mind. Or do you need something else here?
Oh, it kind of seems like she's just using us to like get somebody out of her way, doesn't it?
She is.
Only a little.
Yeah, like does that get us anywhere? Or
I don't
are we
know.
just helping her?
Probably both.
Do we want to help her?
I think we've learned a lot tonight.
I think we ruined her beautiful night. We ruined these guys' card games, so I think we should probably call it a night.
You've certainly ruined enough. Please get out.
Oh no, we could have ruined more, but we didn't.
Look, I'm sorry about ruining your card games, guys.
Okay, like they're just playing. Look, they're just playing a card game. They tried to kidnap me.
We don't think it was them. Wait, were any of you guys trying to
They
kidnap
didn't try
them?
to kidnap you. They're just playing cards in the warehouse.
Not them specifically, actually them, because the ones who did try to kidnap me, like I almost got kidnapped. They're just had to take a break from cards. Like, it's not quite the same
It isn't, but
level
I'm
of
also
ruining
sorry that
things.
you almost got kidnapped.
What?
I'm also sorry that you almost got kidnapped.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when we're talking of like things being ruined. One of those is a little more serious than the other one, is all I'm saying.
Oh, I agree, but like I wasn't comparing tragedies, you know.
Right, but like,
Because a ruined card game is a tragedy.
right, but like saying that we ruined her night.
I mean, we kind of did.
You thoroughly ruined my night. Please.
We didn't even do anything to
No.
you. You're setting us off to help you by knocking your rival out of the way.
Okay,
Come on, Luke. Come on. Midnight beer. Come on.
No more kidnapping.
No more kidnapping. Anything else? Or do you all leave?
Once
Really?
Luke is beside me and we start to
Yeah, waiting for
walk.
Luke. Waiting for Luke to.
I
Yeah.
guess
You know.
we leave.
You leave, and as you exit, I mean, Luke especially, but anybody else will notice that the scrolls are no longer on the cameras.
Before we walk out the door, I turn around to the guys and I go, "The guy on the far right was cheating, by the way. I watched him for 2 rounds." And then just walk out.
And you all will go wherever you go, whether that's a late night snack, because I know that you all like to debrief over food. We will find out next time.
All right. What? Oh. I guess we might be going to a bar.
Yeah, that was the next step.
Yeah. But, we'll go to that bar later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
In like
Yeah,
2
6
months.
months from now.
yes.
When we play this again.
Yep.
We'll make it maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Please, because I'm getting old and I'm having a hard time remembering everything. So
I'm getting old.
All right.
Just saying.
So, yeah, maybe we'll be at a bar in Scion in 2 weeks. Next week,
Yeah,
there will be some D&D. So we will be...
which will also involve being at a bar.
Yes, there will be just only bars. So yeah,
All
tune in.
bar-based encounters from now on.
Yeah. So yeah, check us out next week, Thursday night. Around, I don't know, whenever we get started, 9ish. I don't know, somewhere in the general area. For some D&D, and then hopefully in 2 more weeks for some Scion. So we will see everybody next time. Good night.
Night.
Good night.